All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
iPads and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right, the fine print's out of the way. It's time to roll. Actually, it's past time to roll, but there's good reason for being fashionably late. I mean, can you even really call it fashionably late? It was only by like a minute. Come on. Got to be a little bit of leeway there. So, obviously, man, still kind of reeling from Sunday's show. Phenomenal show. Sunday. Fred was a absolutely excellent guest. And we'll have to get him back again. Certainly. But looks like people are starting to drop in. I didn't do a whole lot of a drop tonight for the link or anything. And we hope that anybody that is in the path of the storms are staying safe. Because it looks like it's really tearing stuff up. Let's get Chuck in here. How is it going, Chuck?
Going well. Going well. We were just talking, and you all know who said this line. I'm your Huckleberry. We lost him today. The best Doc Holliday I've ever seen.
Yep, I would have to agree.
Mr.
Undoubtedly.
Yep. Yeah, and he did good in a lot of movies. There's no doubt about it.
He did.
Yes.
But man, that was, I mean, Doc Holliday, that was a killer role.
Yes, he did. He did that well.
Yeah. I thought so anyway. So I guess the storms aren't tearing Illinois up too bad now. That's a good thing.
No, up here the sun got out about noon, a little after. Kind of spit a little rain off and on, and cleared up, and we got up about 73 out, and it's still very nice outside right now. We got sun, and it all dropped south of us. Now we still have cold front coming through, and it's going to be kind of cool at night, and back to the mid to upper 50s. It's more like March weather. April.
So no snow behind the rain this time.
Not this time, thank you.
Good.
But
I'll tell you what, last night, those storms, some of those areas, it was capable of producing up to softball size hail.
That's what I heard. And then down southern Illinois, central Illinois right now, they're still got storms rolling through on that front. And it's headed toward Ohio.
Yeah. Oh, joy. I'm excited.
Told Cape Girardeau, Missouri got 14.7 inches of rain. Areas around it in Illinois that got over 10. A large area. This covered quite big area. Heavy rain. So, woof.
Yeah. Not looking forward to it.
Right.
Things were just starting to dry up a little bit.
Yeah. We got several things we're going to talk about tonight.
Yep. Oh, another thing to mention too, for those who haven't seen Bark's Detecting Bits last video, go over and check that one out. Clay was just slaying it. I mean, he's hitting silver even without a detector.
Yeah, was that in that little bottle dump?
Yeah.
They had a good day.
That pocket watch looks like it ought to clean up pretty decent. But,
yeah. Well, we were out. I was demoing MANTICORE and that, and one of the guys found a silver pocket watch. It's beautiful case and that, but the guts part way open. They're shot. There's no enamel left, anything like that. But the case
yeah, usually they are.
Yeah. We tried to figure out a brand. We could see some, looking in the back, you could see the numbering and that. But, oh, well, he got a pocket watch. That was nice.
Yeah.
Complained of the day.
Find. And a screaming signal when you run across them. I'll bet that gave some pretty high numbers on the MANTICORE.
Yeah. I found a lot of guts out of pocket watches, cases, that kind of stuff, silver cases.
I would imagine.
But I've been blessed. I've gotten a couple gold ones, and they were easily cleaned up. I've got a guy in Albany that at hardware, well, not hardware, antique store. Well, it used to be a hardware store. He's a watch expert, and he's got the one. He cleaned it and got it running, and it didn't take. I think I got $90 in his repair work, and it had been down. It had been made in 1905. He looked up the numbers, had everything. So that was pretty cool.
Wow. Oh, and I speak of the devil, I see Kevin's in the chat too.
Yeah, he's all bummed out he couldn't do their track meet because it was canceled early.
Well, what do you do?
Yep.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, they're betting on storms, and they go through quicker than what you anticipate. Hey, we got a guest tonight.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
And that's kind of what got us on the whole I'm Your Huckleberry.
Yeah. We'll get in here. We gotta fathom out something here. We were discussing. We think we know why it got done the way it
He
got.
happened to mention that, hey, I'd come on any time. Oh yeah, we'll call that bluff. It's not a bluff. Yeah, well, you've got a link. Reeled him right in. Oh, so I guess let's get Alan in here too then.
Hello,
How is
everyone.
it going, Alan?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
All right.
Yes, ORH, I have seen those old ads.
I do have a question, though. What is a Monarch coin?
I just saw that. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Was that a company? He said a hallmark that said Monarch coin. A hallmark. I said, that's a company name. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Who
I had
said
no
that?
clue either. That's why I asked the
Did
question.
they make the case out of coin silver? I don't know.
Oh, is that what is that? What was on Clay's pocket watch?
Yeah, that's what he says. That's different. So, yeah, we're rolling in.
90%.
Yeah, we were chatting before we went on, and they canceled the big hunt, the Kadoha hunt.
Yep. Kadoha Treasure Fest 8 has
Been canceled.
been canceled. I guess they made the post and they reposted it again today because some people thought that it might have been some sort of
April
Fool's joke. But it is no joke.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw it, but I understand because of the price of silver.
Yeah, exactly. And I've kind of been waiting for this. You know, this is kind of been coming because we've been watching the price of gold and silver both climb, and gold did not slow down any once it broke 3,000.
I think it's 31.68 on gold and
33 plus for silver,
33.90 on silver, almost 34 today.
which is still undervalued because you're talking 100 to 1.
With all the current economic unrest in the world, it's a go-to haven, and
it's a safe haven.
It's a safe haven, and people are buying into it heavy. So it's a rule of supply and demand, and even states are passing bills now to accept goldbacks as legal currency.
Really?
Utah, Wyoming, Virginia, they're accepting them as legal tender.
Wow. Well, up until the Hunt brothers, silver was always 37 to 1, gold to silver. And now you're saying it's 100. Last time I checked it was 77 to 1. So silver's got to catch up one of these days.
Well, and I'm just rough ballpark.
Yeah.
It may be 98 to 1, but
right. But that's a lot. Through when its history was always
because historically it's always ran right around, like you say, 37, 45, maybe even 50.
Yeah, and gold was based on so many barrels of oil at one time. The value of gold was, but I don't remember the calculation. If it was 10 barrels would be equivalent to an ounce of gold. That's what they were trying to push on you. This was back in the 80s, and that never stuck because gold, doesn't really level out.
Yeah, if that was the case, who could afford to put gas in their vehicle now?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Or you'd be buying electric cars.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is true.
And even that, the states are charging you extra every year because they're not getting the gasoline taxes.
That's right.
Especially here in Illinois.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And our wonderful governor tried to get that to $1,000 a year.
Yep.
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, it didn't pass, but he tried.
Jason Weir also says, I think Kansas is starting to accept the goldbacks.
Nice.
Wow.
It just goes to show.
Mm-hmm.
Nevada, Utah, New Hampshire, Wyoming, South Dakota, and Florida. That's what Dennis said.
Yep. Well, Florida just released their series of goldbacks. And, yeah, it just came up yesterday or day before of the Florida ones. They're pretty neat looking bill. So if you come to our hunt, you may get change from me if you're buying something in goldback. You never know. And I will accept it. I mean, I've seen a lot of things for YouTube where they're taking goldbacks. They got signs up. We accept goldbacks.
Yeah.
And they are, you can look up that day's value and there you go. And they come in all kinds of different 1/100th to a pennyweight, 1/20th of an ounce of gold in the bill and that kind of stuff. So.
Wow. Interesting things.
Well, if it keeps climbing, Barb, you may want to unlock that gold and cash it in. You never know.
Well, yeah, of course, then again, I mean, if you're talking about the 2 grams that she won, didn't cost her anything.
Right.
Or time to buy a sluice and get out there and start finding your own gold.
Yep.
Right.
And Alan, actually, a lot of you don't realize the Great Lakes, a lot of the beaches, you'll see black sand there. There is fine gold in it, and guys work that.
I'll be out there this summer.
Yep. They work that. Some of the best is actually up on Lake Superior.
Yeah.
It's a little more prevalent, but Lake Michigan's got it. There's a lot of places that's got that fine gold, and it's just you got to work the operation correctly to catch it, but every little bit adds up.
Yes. I've seen it when we've been on the beaches in Chicago.
Yeah.
And up in the suburbs. I've seen the black sand. I'm like, God, I keep forgetting to bring a pan with me just to check.
Black sand is an indicator that there's possibly gold there. Doesn't mean there is, but it's possible. Up on the beaches in Nome, when you see the red and the black sand mixed, that's generally a pretty rich indicator of gold. They know gold's there, and they actually, after the storms, you'll see where it tends to get really thick. And I've seen guys take 4 or 5 buckets out of those thick wash-ups and do really well. And I'm talking, 4 or 5 buckets, you get 1/4 of an ounce.
Really?
Right.
Oh, yeah. It'll sit there and that ocean will come in and swirl. And in the center of that, it's just a natural spot. And man, when they've got that thick, they all but fight over it. They'll bucket that home.
So when we're up there, can we borrow the van and go down to the beach and grab some?
He says I can take a pickup truck.
Okay.
Oh, well.
I'm going to do the gold cube.
Yeah. And see if you get that. I've ran that fine gold out of the ocean up there, but man, it's a long, slow process that you got to be extremely patient, and your panning techniques better be good, as that gold there. I mean, unless you're using adjuvant or dishwashing soap, whatever, break that surface tension, that gold will float right on top.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ohio Relic Hunter has the link for goldback.com in the chat.
Yep. So I've had them before, and I raffle them off, and the people, what is this? I said, that's a goldback. What's that mean? There's gold threaded throughout the bill, and there's like 1/100th of an ounce in there, and that gives it the value, and you can figure that up, and it has a gold value. And now more and more states are accepting it. You can pay for anything, anywhere.
Yeah.
They like it.
You get enough of them in your wallet, you're going to have to buy a belt.
Well, they got a special wallet to carry them in, even, because some of them are actually a bit larger than the standard bills, and they're pretty. They're gorgeous. There's
We
artwork.
had different sizes of those for Dig Fest last year.
Yep. So
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised to hear that it was Treasure Fest that was canceling, but it did not surprise me to hear of a event maybe potentially falling to the wayside, even if it's just for this year, because of the price of gold and silver, because it's hard. And
right.
you guys know, uh, working with different events, putting on different events, things like that, you've got to try and buy low and get it when you can and stash it away for the following year. So a lot of these events, once they're done with the event, they're already starting the next day to stockpile for the next event.
Mm-hmm. It's tough, and well, the Charles Garrett hunt used to be every year. They've taken that to every other year.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, yeah. I mean, I get invited to a lot of hunts, but the ones I want to go to, Allen's, ours, detecting the heartland, and occasionally I'll throw one more in for the season. That
If the schedule allows.
the schedule is allowed, and then we do some trips in that, so it keeps me busy. And nothing's gotten cheaper, folks.
No,
Nothing.
not at all. It's only gone up.
Right.
And I don't see it heading down again. So I think you may see other hunts canceling.
Yep.
I
Or
do
going
too.
every other year too.
Because when you start paying, and nothing against this, a couple $100 for a day hunt.
It's hard to convince.
Yes.
It's hard to convince people to let go of that much money
Yeah.
for an event.
Well, like I said to you guys before the show started, after a week after Dig Fest last fall, we were buying silver again for this year. So
Yeah,
we've been buying
absolutely.
it all along.
Mindy says they start looking about a month after, and which I understand. I mean, that's good. And they actually had silver stockpiled for the club for this hunt, and they'll end up picking up some more. And they got dealers that work with them real well, but
Right.
they start looking at the numbers coming in, and I haven't heard any numbers lately. And then they adjust how much more they get, but they've got a fair amount of silver and coinage already.
Right.
Yeah, Dennis, you're right. Plus 2 or 3 nights in a hotel room and your food on the road, and even if you're camping,
Your fuel.
campgrounds aren't cheap anymore.
No.
Not like they used to be.
Nope. So it's all relevant to the times and that type of stuff. And I don't think it's anything but a monetary thing that they're canceling for. We hadn't heard any complaints of any major nature. You can't make everybody happy. Somebody will complain.
No.
And you want your people that come in from the companies to be happy with the advertising and everything you're doing for them, and you're trying to get some video and lift them up and that kind of stuff. And you may have 4 companies there, and it's a balancing act when you go to do that.
I see the companies starting to slow down on sending people to events too.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they have.
Now, if they can get content on YouTube that is doing like what sending representatives do to the hunts, and they literally say they want to see 200 attendees at your hunt. Well, that can be had, but sometimes it can't be had. It's
tough sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Jason said the biggest complaint that he heard from a friend at the Missouri Pro-Am hunt There was way too many planted wheat pennies.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there again, some people like to find that stuff.
Yep. Hey,
There were a lot of them. I agree.
at least they
We
were.
were only there for Saturday. We left because of all the storms that were supposed to hit on Sunday. And we stayed ahead of the storm, but I guess eventually they got hammered pretty hard.
Yeah, there was some pretty good size hail in the pictures I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing I think that is kind of hurting events right now.
Yeah, like I said, we were there. We left
Yeah.
Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Hey, Dennis, I like Wheaties too, and Indians and Buffalo nickels and V nickels. I mean, that's all part of your hunting. That God forbid if that, you want to go and just find silver. Well, that could be a thin field. Having all that other stuff in there is a normal hunt, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But all hunts are fun, though. It's just the camaraderie of seeing everybody.
Yeah, wheat pennies.
Right.
Wheat pennies. So, yeah. There's nothing wrong
Well, and
with
you
wheat.
figure that may be something that winds up showing up a little bit more simply because of the price of gold and silver. Seeing more V nickels or Buffalo nickels or wheat pennies out there, Indian heads on the field.
Right.
Yep, I would agree with you.
It's
I think we'll see a lot
unfortunate.
more.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's just the reality of things.
And I don't see the prices of gold and silver coming down at all. I see it keep going.
Especially
Yeah.
the one that surprises me is platinum. It fell down below gold, and it really hasn't. It's been just kind of like this all the way through. So,
Yeah, it's just kind of sleeping.
Yep. Silver's gone up and down a little bit in the last month and a half, but it's still higher than what it was. But gold has not really gone down much, and it's been just creeping up.
yep. And
Yeah.
But I still think silver's the buy just because of what it has been throughout history to gold.
Yeah, exactly. I've said for years, sooner or later, it's got to reflect on
I
that
agree.
ratio that it has held historically, and then people are going to be setting pretty good that those
Yes.
people that have stacked silver.
Yes, I would agree 100%. That's why I never get rid of any of the silver.
Right? I can understand that.
yeah,
I mean, I'm the same way with silver as I am gold. I'll take it in any way, shape, form I can get it.
I agree. I'm all for that.
okay. Gold right now, it's come up. Josh, silver took a 31-cent drop. The market's still live, but gold went up another 10, so it's at 31.46. Since I talked to you, it's went up about $10.
Wow.
Silver's up and down. Platinum, it went up $3. It's $9.73. So, that's an ounce. Gram on gold, $101.15.
That's melt value?
That's the bid ask price on 24 karat gold by the gram.
Okay.
This is Kitco.
Wow.
And that was how much?
Just on a gram, $101.15.
Wow.
And that's on 24 karat gold by the gram.
Mm-hmm.
Silver's at $1.08 a gram.
Yeah, so if you've got grams of Pamp Swiss, you're sitting all right because they bring a little bit of a premium anyway.
They bring a good premium. Now, Bering Sea Gold. Oh, what's the gal's name that was on there? She is selling gold by the gram through JM Bullion. And they got a nice little case and that kind of stuff. Now, you and I were talking about fine gold, Alan. She sells it. It's got, a certificate of authenticity and that kind of stuff. And what was she getting? $131 a gram.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Little 1 ounce or little, those little bottles.
And that's probably been some time back. I wonder what it is now.
Well, no, that was just 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got on JM Bullion to see what they're selling yet, but today you get in there and you can find JM Bullion and see if I can find it here and see what's on there.
Well, that's like with the silver. Those of you that don't know what I do, I'm actually a factory rep. I sell mattresses to the furniture stores.
Yep.
I have like 20 different mattresses that I give away. I used to give away a 1 ounce silver bar with those mattresses
Right.
to the stores. Now we went down to the ½ ounce silver rounds and down to $half.
Wow.
Just because of the price. Can't
Right.
afford to do it at a full ounce anymore.
Right.
You buy a full ounce round and you're paying about $35, $36 a piece.
Or more.
Yeah, depending on where you're buying them from. I used to buy them from JM Bullion all the time.
This is Money Metals I was looking on there, but I think JM Bullion's carrying her gold by the gram.
They always have, but I had to move away from it because it got too expensive.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there isn't much. Well, let's see. One ounce gold rounds, 38.01 for a buffalo. The buffalo is very popular and sold as the gold panner. They get a little premium on those, especially if they were minted up in Alaska.
Right.
Yep. Pamp Swiss palladium bar, 132 at a tenth of an ounce for palladium.
Wow.
That's a 10th ounce. 25 South Dakota goldbacks are 153.47. But
wow.
Yeah, that's for 25 of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's $1 one.
Right.
Now, 25 of the Florida goldbacks.
So you can get on there and buy them by state.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, Ireland has golds back too.
And do they have all the different dimensions for those two?
Yep.
Denominations, I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. The 25 gold back for Florida is 1/40th of a troy ounce. That's 156.51. It's a $25 denomination, but with that gold going up like that, yeah. So things are moving in what we like to look for.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, at the rate it's going, I foresee some people clearing their ring display boxes out a little bit. Just make sure to take the stones out.
Right. Well, Barks, we're going to get you. Well, John Ramoska's in the house, Alan.
Hey, John.
Oh, well, hey, John.
Hey, he's giving you crap about your hair. Well, what's left?
You gotta have hair to brush it, John.
Leave it to John.
What can I say?
Yeah.
I mean, not much up there.
So
that's why I wear a hat when I'm detecting.
Right.
You better wear a hat or that front half of your hairline is going to be fried to the crisp.
Yep. Yeah, the front end is all the way back here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway, got any news on you guys' hunt? Anything earth shattering going on, brother?
There will be, but nothing we're ready to announce yet.
Okay.
He's
being tight-lipped on us tonight.
Yeah, well, because we haven't really voted on it yet. John and I have talked about it, but that's as far as it's gone so far. Pretty much.
But I guess whenever they are ready to talk about it, I seem to recall some guys saying, "Hey, I'll come on anytime you guys want."
It's true. I know exactly who you mean. No, and we'll announce it with you guys. Definitely.
Good. Good. Well, I'm looking forward to that one too. I'll be up. Of course, I'll be over at the Heartland Hunt. It's not that far, and then we got ours and you guys's. So that's my Midwest stuff and a trip to Alaska for a couple weeks. I'm looking forward to that big time.
Yes, there's Kevin.
Fingers crossed on our weather, Bubba.
Of course, I think with the price of gold, everybody that's set up for that trip can't wait to go.
Well, it will be interesting to see if we can get down to the beach because they shut down some beaches. They did that. I don't know what all's going on. We have to find out what we can and can't do and ask questions if you want to try your luck on some of that.
I would love to go steal a bucket of sand and just run that through the high banker or the gold cube.
Yeah, and see how it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then bring some plastic bags with him, take some home.
Yep. Well,
there you go.
If it does like you said.
They had the priority boxes, and you could ship up to 40 pounds for like $7.85.
Really?
Yes. So we packaged them up, and then the brother-in-law, I had a 30-gallon drum and a sealed 5-gallon bucket. He has a terminal at the Nome Airport. Everett Air does. We shipped it to Fairbanks. Fairbanks then shipped it to Chicago, and then there's a trucking firm. And Robert says that's part of our company that runs Chicago to Dallas, Chicago to Des Moines. Well, they offloaded that, so I had about 35 gallons, and I sold that stuff raw.
Wow.
I sold every bit of it, and I had people sending me pictures of what they were getting. It was just raw black sands, and there was gold in it. And the best way to do it is you put in a 13 by 9 baking pan, put a layer in, flip her in an oven, bake it to dry it, then spoon it out into bags, so much weight per bag, and sell it by the weight. And I paid back a couple trips on that without a problem. And I think the whole shipping cost me about $175.
Wow.
Then
we'll have to talk about that later.
That was back in that day. Today that ain't gonna happen at all.
Randy, that XP coil, I took the Deus 2 last summer, and the first 3 days I got nothing with it. Right. So I borrowed an Equinox 800 from the gold mine and ended up with 9 nuggets.
Cool.
So the XP is not going with me this July. The MANTICORE is going, and maybe the 800 is backup.
Alan, you got a question. What are the 2-man bungalows like up there in Wisconsin?
Okay, well, they have, I don't know if any of the bigger units are left. They have the 6-person ones that you could really fit up to 8. Because you could rent cots. Cots are $5 a night if you want to add people. And I don't know if any of those are left, but there are 2-man ones. And then there is the big bunkhouse that'll fit like 40 people where you can just have a bed for the weekend. And I don't know how much is left because the Boy Scout camp is actually renting those out themselves. We are not doing that. We're letting them do it and keeping the money for what they did. We set the prices for it, so it's all very inexpensive. Like the 2-man cabins, I think it might be $80 for a weekend for 2 people.
That's cheap.
It's $40 a person.
That's cheap.
We're going to be in a 6-man.
You want me to tell them what your room cost in Alaska for one night? Holy shit.
Oh God, no, I don't remember. What was that?
$380.
Okay.
But that's 3 men splitting it up, and they got shuttles to and from the airport, and they'll even run you over to the restaurant, things like that. And they're cheap compared to some of them closer to the downtown that are running over $500 a night.
But I will tell you, anybody who is signed up for DigFest, get on the website for the Boy Scout camp, and it's linked. If you go on to IMDA, you can hit the button. It'll go right to their site. Get a cabin reserved for you.
Right.
Because there's only so many left. And I ran into him a week ago Sunday, and he said it's starting to get tight with the cabins.
Good.
So if you're going, get on it and get a cabin rented for you.
All right.
And I think the bigger ones are rented out already, I think. And the one that we have, we jumped on the one with the screened-in porch.
Like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like the way to go.
Yeah.
We got a group staying, Alan and myself and Frank, and God, I don't know who else. We got one. I'm waiting to hear from Dave. Hims and haws. I'm just going to tell him I'm going to let it go. I see him tomorrow night.
Well, I got a couple others that are with us too.
Yeah.
Brian and Josh. But there's still the one if Dave doesn't go. That's left for us.
Right. So that's the way it is. We're looking forward to that, and we'll have some good times up there. I'm surprised that Kevin rented a 2-man.
Mindy, can you sleep on our porch? Yeah, you can rent a cot for $5 from them and can go right on the porch. Not a problem.
There you go.
We have to be nice to one person a year, and maybe you're it.
There you go. Randy DeMario, he got the $80 cabin too. Mark's got one. And Emery's taking his camper. So, yeah, we'll have a good crew up there.
And you can also tent. They'll rent you tents if you don't want to bring one. You can have cots for in the tents. They have the full military tents that are the twin extra longs. And they you get everything for $5. And I don't know what they're charging for tents. John, if you're still on there, do you know what the tents cost? I just don't remember. I was just reading his comment. But there is other places you could stay there too. Again, the tents, you can bring campers. So a lot of people are doing that also. And the guys that are bringing campers, yes, you can use a generator. You won't be near the tent people and all that. So the generators are fine.
There you go, Emily.
Yeah, I recall you guys mentioning before that those that had generators would be kind of segregated far enough away that they're not going to bother anyone.
But you're right off the
John wants to. Why don't we get John on here for a few minutes? He wants the call-in line. So,
well, that must be the number that I saw trying to access Skype, but we don't. I can send him a link.
Johnny can send you a link. So we're going to get you on. You got to him. He wants to talk.
Uh-oh.
You're in trouble.
Reeled him right in.
Yep.
Yeah, he has all the notes on the prices.
That's why we got to get him on here.
I don't remember them.
Send him a link, Josh. I'm going to go fill my coffee cup. We might run over tonight.
But again, you guys are going to love this hunt, especially after the ones that were there last year. This is much older, and you'll have a lot more natural finds. And the find natural from last year was huge. Again, I think it was like 400 of the Boy Scout slides. Then there were also Girl Scout stuff found on that campground for some reason.
Nice.
Then there were 24 rings, silver rings, and one gold ring, one Boy Scout gold ring found.
Nothing wrong with that either.
There was a couple of silver dollars, quite a few half dollars dug. And from my understanding, about 100 silver coins in the natural. As long as you stayed away from the poison ivy, you were fine because it was everywhere. Now the big field here is, I think John was saying it was like 80,000 square feet for the main hunt field. It's huge. And don't forget the team event. And the team event will be at the I&I hunt too in June. And John and I will be running the team hunt there also. And there'll be a flyer coming out on it for pretty soon.
Makes sense.
Okay. And
Okay.
Dennis just said he is staying 30 minutes away in Antigua, Wisconsin. So we see. Dennis, is that a hotel or is that a B&B or a campground or what is that?
Good question.
I'm full of it. I mean, full of questions. Oh, Holiday Inn Express. Okay.
Oh.
For 30 minutes away, that's pretty good. That's real good. I didn't know there was one there.
Yeah, because it sounds like this truly is kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, it is. I have not gone yet. We're gonna go. We're gonna go in about a month or so for a weekend.
Oh.
For the rest of us who haven't seen the campground yet.
There you go.
I see.
When are you going to do that?
Probably next month.
Probably.
I know John said the date, but I haven't written it down yet. I'm a little lapsed for that. But don't tell John I said that if he's not listening right now.
I know that portion of Wisconsin, Minnesota, Upper Michigan got hammered with snow yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I didn't see how much, but I saw they got snow.
And I don't know where that line of snow rain was at. So,
well, that was probably where the campground was in the snow. I saw the line, and I'm pretty sure the campground was above that. Pretty sure.
I'll see.
Bark says he's got family that lives in Antigua. And Merrill is west of Hunt Site.
Yeah, that's where Dennis said he was staying, was Antigua. A lot of hotels. Okay, 20 minutes away. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yep. So, anyway. Oh, I know why he's staying there.
Okay.
Yeah, Wendy's.
So he can go to Wendy's.
Yo.
Yeah.
I didn't say it this time.
That's all right. Dennis has to live with that for a long time.
A long time.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Hello, John. He says I'm here.
In the chat, maybe, but
don't
he's
see
not in
you.
the studio.
I don't know if he tried to get on or not. Got to get him on here. He's got to explain everything. Dennis gets lost, John. So you got to tell him how to get up there. He's right below you. And then Alan's over here going, I don't know any of the prices.
I do. I got general, but I don't have all of them. I apologize, but I never wrote them down.
Okay. So.
And I know that I should know it now. Now John will yell at me when he gets in.
There you go.
But that's all right. He's over the phone.
Yeah. Hey, Barks, are you going to go up on the Thursday before or the Friday before? There you go. There's a question.
I believe we're only letting people in on Friday.
John,
Friday after like 2:00.
Hang on a second. John said he's waiting. Did you send him a link?
I sent him a link, but he's not showing up in the studio.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties again.
So I'm thinking that I'm going to have to do...
Well, John said how he wanted you to send it.
I don't
He wanted you to send it Facebook Messenger or Yahoo Mail.
Yeah. He is backstage, John's telling us there, Josh.
He may need to restart his computer because you got right in, Chuck, and usually you're the one that's going, I'm here and nobody else is.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything's fine here. Past couple times we haven't had any. He's retrying.
There he is.
Oh, it came in. There you go, John.
And I'm guessing he clicked the wrong link before, and by now he's probably got about as much hair as Alan.
Oh,
there he is.
Hey, I did my hair and everything for you guys.
Yeah, you need to since you made a comment about mine.
I know. At least I have hair. I have a 4-head. You have a 6-head.
Oh, that was very mean-spirited.
It was meant to be, so I worked.
Okay.
Anyway, how you doing, love? What's up, guys?
Tell us. You tell us what's up, fella.
Okay. I just want. So I was in the middle of getting ready to do some sales on TikTok, and I stepped in to take a listen. So we're about 50 people deep, which is pretty good for us because normally we're struggling. So a lot of people are jumping on it. Yep. They have 9 more days to save the $10. Let's see. The tents are $30 for the weekend. So even if you come up on Thursday, for those who are coming up on Thursday that had asked permissions, like chalk, people that are working are driving from a far distance, it still includes the Thursday. It still includes the fee for $30 for the weekend.
Cool.
The dorm cabins are $60 for the weekend, and those are, if you look on our Facebook page.
But remember, no digging until Saturday.
Oh, of course.
Hey, you know what's going to happen to me? We'll be burning tires up there, and I got Frank. What's going to happen?
Frank's going fishing.
Frank's going fishing. For sure. $60 for the weekend a weekend for the dorm cabins. That's the 2 twin beds. Alan, they're twins, right?
Yes.
Okay, the 2 twin beds. $160 for the cabin with the multiple beds, 6-person with the kitchenette. The propane tanks will be shut off due to the fire marshal's rules and regulations.
Yeah.
For that area, like Alan stated, they are renting $5 per cot. So if you have a 6-person, that would be 3 in each room, bunk beds. Then you can slip 2 more people in there and still cut it down even less. Some of them have smaller refrigerators. 1 or 2 have the hot plates, but there's no cooking. There's no cooking at all in the cabins. If you want to cook, you're going to have to do it over a flame. But with the way we got food coming in, you're just going to be wasting your time because you're going to wish you had what we. I mean, you know, right. It is what it is. But I'm telling you, this guy, I don't know if you guys read his credentials, but it's disgusting the amount of awards this guy's won. Anyway,
I want to say it was something like 5-time state, 3-time national.
yeah, and then the KCBS then the Kansas City smoke out 4 or 5 times, and then the Jack Daniels team win twice, and then national, and then something in Long Beach, and something from Texas. I couldn't list them all because the post would have taken another 8 or 10 lines.
And that's brisket and
right,
pork.
you'd have needed 2 more flyers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's going to be. Let me get to his. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me finish this stuff. And then so the multiple cabin, 6 persons or more, is $160 for the weekend. Thursday through you leave Sunday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. $60 for a camper location. Now the campers, as Alan said, are going to be in their own little section. They're going to have their own little rounded spots, so they can have their own generator. The trees will be kind of like a muffle for the next guy. They know what they're doing. They've done it right. They've been doing it for years, obviously. That's $60 per spot, and you can bring your generator. $120 non-kitchenettes, and that's 5 persons. That's 5 persons per cabin. Again, you could rent a. Sorry, my son-in-law keeps getting grounded. He was supposed to leave at noon, and it's 8 o'clock now, and he's still grounded. I told him I should have just drove out there. So this is a non-kitchenette, but it does have a sink. They have stoves and heaters. So this one's, they all do. So this one's, again, 5 person, $5 a cot. And then there's cabins number 12 and 13. Those are $80, and I think those sleep 3 or 4 people. But again, you can get a cot for $5. There's 3 6-person cabins. It's $120 for the weekend. And they have another one called a wall tent with a cot, and the wall tents are the elevated floor. And I'm sorry,
they call them Adirondacks.
Yeah, Adirondacks, and they have it's kind of like an octagon shape, and the Cub Scouts will be putting them up for us before we get there, provided we have the right amount of people that are scheduling those. So you get the cot with that for free because you're sleeping in there. If you want to get a 3rd person in there, I'm sure they're not going to care.
There's one question for you there from Randy DeMario. Do the $80 cabins have electricity?
Yes, everything has electricity. Everything has electricity. Just no, it won't have propane or anything like that.
The cabins have electricity.
The small cabins?
The cabins, yes.
The dorm cabins, the bigger cabins, okay, and the larger cabins all have electricity. Okay?
Okay.
So, all right, we got that down. I'm trying to, where was I at? My wife just threw me off. Okay. No propane, no cooking inside. So if you come early, you could fish, canoe, you could hike, you could bike, you could skip, you could jump rope, you could hula hoop, you could pick each other's noses, whatever you want to do, there's just no defect.
Until Saturday.
Right. Okay. I will say, I know Alan mentioned that some of the cabins are taken already. So if you want them, if you're wanting to come, but you know, that's the bigger issue, I would rent your cabin first and then worry about paying Chicago Dig Fest, because at least you held your cabin, you held your spot to sleep, right?
Right, because the cabins are going to go fast.
They're going to go fast.
Yes. So the area that's the open field hunts, I must correct Alan, it's 427,200 square feet is the main hunt field.
Yeah, I was off a little bit.
Just a tad. A tad. Yeah, it's okay.
Not much.
Yeah, just a little. What are you going to do? Yeah,
No one will notice.
It was
5
only
feet.
5 times bigger than I said. That's all.
Yeah, 500 square feet, 5,000 square feet. Yeah.
I got another question for you guys.
Sure.
Will the
Sure.
camp take personal donations for hospitality when we leave, or are they not for profit?
The Boy Scouts are non-for-profit,
That's right.
but they will be selling. They're all okay. I'm just going to say this: Sam Dummer and his boss, who is the head of Boy Scouts of America, we are a trial for them. And they loved what we did, and they loved the way that people respected Okaro, that immediately after he told them that we wanted to come and do Makajuan, after we looked at it, he's like, let's get him in. So Sam Dummer, being who he is and the position that he has, is saying, hey, we're big on patch making, right? And we're big on T-shirts. Would you mind if we did a Camp Makajuan, Chicago Dig Fest, patch, or shirt? And I said,
nice.
I think it's a great idea. I have enough going on. I really don't want to be involved in that aspect.
So hopefully people that are there will open their wallets and show their support.
There you go, Emery.
And they will have patches for everybody who likes patches.
Well, it's patches or shirts. But I want to bring this one other point up too. So when I first went up there and met Sam Dummer, and we were discussing different things about the Boy Scouts, the Scouts of America. Can't say Boy Scouts anymore.
Yep.
And he said, how do you think people would react if I had asked, like, if there would be volunteers? And I said, well, I don't know personally, but I know there's a lot of clubs in Wisconsin that like to do things. Because like our club right now, for example, I'm going to sidebar for a second. We've helped 3 historical societies. We've dug 2 historical homes, and we just got called now to do, and I need to talk to Alan about this. I haven't told you yet. It's a 150-year-old Audubon Society that has asked our club members to come out, and they're going to plant their 1,500th or whatever tree, and they're celebrating their 150th anniversary, and they want us to detect the property for 2 things. 1, anything historical. I'm backwards. 1, anything historical. 2, any kind of tree tags we could find.
So, surprise, Alan, you've been told.
Yes.
There you go.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about Tuesday, but I forgot to call you.
Here's another one for you, John.
Well, wait, hold on. Let me finish this.
Sorry.
So with their badges, now one of our members, Gene Zernitz, he's an Eagle Scout, and his kids are Eagle Scouts. So
Good.
Scott Dummer says, well, we have kids that need to do archaeology, history, digging, stuff in that metal detecting realm, numismatics. So he was wondering, can I get our community maybe to donate 3 days? And of course you could stay there and you could eat there and you interact with the kids only for the classes that you want to teach. And then that would make a world of difference for the kids, right? Because you're killing 5 parts of their whatever their lessons or whatever it is that they need for their patches to get that Eagle Scout.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've also done the Boy Scout camp when they had the Cub Scouts there to earn their little badges for what they do. And
yeah.
And we've done that 3 times.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Right.
Good on
All right,
you.
what was the question?
All right. Will you guys have event stickers again this year? Kevin Barkley.
Oh, well, the event sticker will say Chicago Dig Fest because I have about 50,000 of them because last year nobody took them. So, I'll be honest, Kevin, it's I like to do them. I'm just going to buy them at a smaller level, right? Because they're just expensive. I mean, right now, until we book up at 130 people, we're paying an exorbitant amount of money for the foods, even though you guys are being charged for your dinner on Saturday. We're still picking up quite a bit of that tab. because
Right,
we want
the
to make sure that
remainder
you
of that
guys
tab.
exactly, and the tipping the guy and the whole deal. So to answer the question in a roundabout way, yes, but it won't be as many as last year. But we're going to be working on some for sure.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
he could
guess
have
that answers
pictures
that.
and yeah. And my lovely wife is here. Would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Remember Chuck?
Everything's the boss.
That's the boss.
Yes, sir.
Oh, me, I'm the boss or he's the
Oh,
boss?
you're the boss.
Oh, I'm always the boss.
I there. Yeah. Yes, dear means a lot.
Oh,
Yes, dear means a lot. I have the headset and she can't hear you. You're talking shit. They're talking a lot. Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
don't believe anything he says.
She's the best woman ever.
No, that was good.
So it sounds
hope
like
that
John's
helped out.
saying, I wear the pants. She tells me which ones to put on.
Absolutely.
Here's a suggestion. Emery Harris.
Yes.
Why not each of us designate 1 hour to mentor a Cub Scout, Boy Scout, whichever, and show them the ropes?
Yeah. Okay. So when we get there, Sam Dummer is going to have a few minutes to talk and introduce himself and kind of lay out the lay of the land, right?
Okay.
I'm going to give Sam the opportunity, and he's going to be detecting also. So he's already paid. He's in it. He's like in it to win it right now. When we put the detector in his hand the first time we went up there, he's sold. He is
was
sold.
hooked.
Oh God, he's sold. So he's going to have the opportunity, and then I'll let him know to create a sign-up sheet for those who want to go up there. And you can do an hour, or you can do a day. If you do a weekend, like the Cub Scouts, like they're up there for like 2 weeks. So if you want to go up for a Saturday, you can go up on a Saturday, stay overnight, and then leave Sunday, or however you want to run it. But you have to do it through Sam. I can't speak for them. Right?
Makes sense.
and you have to take a class, an
Oh, yeah.
online class.
It's a simple class.
Before you
It's
can do
yes and
anything with
no.
the kids.
Yeah, if you could read, you could pass it, pretty much. I passed it. I only took it one time because I read it. So, but it's pretty much like, if the kid does something wrong, how do you discuss it with the kid? With another adult, by yourself, or with another club, with another another scout? Obviously, you want to do it with another adult, and that's your answer. So they take it serious. Yeah, it's just common sense. They take it serious, but it also is an insurance thing for them. So,
Well,
Right.
yeah.
But at the hunt, there won't be, there may be some Boy Scouts there, but not many.
Not many.
He's got some coming, but
Yeah, they're there. They're going to be there to set up, like the tents and stuff, and then they're going to be gone.
yeah.
Because they have to come and earn their helpfulness badge, or I don't know, whatever it's called.
So I mean,
Whatever.
if your question was during the hunt, the Boy Scouts won't be there.
Yeah, no, they won't be there. Two other things I wanted to mention really quickly. Adult beverages are going to be tolerated, but you will not be tolerated if you cannot hold it.
Let's be sensible.
And not bluntly out walking about and
Yeah, sit out on your porch and at the back of the door and
Correct.
you want to tidy.
Respectfully put it back in a
Very
garbage bag. Right, because Ocaro, it was cool there and everybody respected that. And people had their vapes and people had, their one hitters and all this stuff. And, adults are going to be adults. But I will say this from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of everybody in our metal detecting community. But I will not in one iota of a second tolerate anybody screwing this up for us. You'll be asked to leave. If you don't leave, you'll be escorted. And Constable is only a mile and a half away. I have no qualms calling them.
Nope.
So if we can handle that and respect the Boy Scouts, I mean, they're not supposed to have any of that on there. But the fact that you saw how we respected Ocaro, they're okay with it as long as everybody respects Ocaro. I mean, it respects Makajuan's rules.
Yeah, as long as everyone conducts themselves smartly.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be a mean guy or, cocky or sarcastic, but I'm not going to let anybody ruin this.
No,
and that's just the way it's going to be.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, it only takes one to ruin it for everyone.
That's right. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch, girl. Oh, give me one more try. No, sorry, that's anyway. Any other questions?
Nothing new yet. Anybody got something? Type her in there. I'll make sure if they aren't seeing it, I'll get it to them for you. But yeah, looking forward to that too. And
Yeah, I'm only watching the YouTube part. I can't see
I
the
know.
ones that are signing in elsewhere.
I know.
I'm not even watching the YouTube part.
That's the only one I can see.
A few things pop up, and I'm sure.
Oh, here's what's here's the food: pulled pork, brisket, baked beans.
Ooh.
These are all made by his wife. The sides: baked beans, mac and cheese, coleslaw, and it was or, but I convinced them for both. Marinated vegetables. So imagine jardiniere, but instead of being hot or mild, it's going to be an Italian dressing.
It's a
cornbread, huh?
That's kind of a pickled. I like that.
Yeah,
boy,
yeah. Cornbread, sweetbread, relish tray, and all the sauces.
Wow.
So yeah, and all of it's made by them. Yeah.
That stuff is going to be phenomenal.
Good.
So it's going to be great. I know we're waiting for another person to confirm that they'll be able to come, but I know that's on a hiatus right now. So hopefully we're going to have a special guest with us this year.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to see how it works out for them.
Good. Well, I don't see any other questions.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, John. Talk tomorrow.
Really?
Well, you said you wanted to talk about that other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He just
it's
did.
A lady, it's a lady. Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you about the whole with the Autobahn thing or whatever it's called. They're level 1 now, so They were all excited. It's on a Wednesday, so you may have to skip work.
Gosh, you got quiet.
Yeah.
What do you mean work? Does he don't work, does he?
Well, he drives and he writes it down on his taxes that he's working.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes, I work every day of the week.
Yeah.
Well, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, if everybody is good with no questions, I am going to be good, and I'm going to get ready to do some online sales of some numismatics.
Time to jump over to TikTok.
And
make the sale.
I'll be talking with you too on that little flyer change for me.
Yeah, since I'm sitting here and I have about 20 minutes, I'm going to get into it and see if I can adjust it real quick.
That's all we need. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a good one. Alan, I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Next time I won't come when I can't stay as long. Bye.
Thank
you. Later, John. Well, I'm
gotta love him.
And good show. We tried to
get he's long-winded,
folks. So John's dancing back and forth on the screen, or Alan's dancing back and forth on the screen here. John just
yes.
Keeping everybody guessing.
Yeah, I'm glad he's long-winded though. He can talk fast when he wants to get done and done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
This you too, buddy.
Good night, Dennis.
Right. All righty. Well, I'm getting out of here. You guys have a great night, safe night. It looks like we dodged a big bullet being in northern Illinois. Southern Illinois, central Illinois got hammered a bit. And Josh, I hope it just a little bit and goes on through.
You don't want to leave just yet. So.
What are we going to do?
Well, I thought you wanted to do something.
Oh, that's right. Well, you're gonna spin the winter machine. Anybody?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do that.
swaggy gloves and a fines box from Garrett if anybody wants it. Anybody wants it that are hanging with us?
And all they've got to do is put in the chat #gold.
Gold. We talked about gold.
And the new
Right.
Garrett Pines box is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I like those brushes.
Yeah, oh yeah, the brushes too. Yes.
I tried to get some in with us, and she was out of them. My distributor was out of them, so I'll try again.
Yeah, the Fines box is not that big clunky one that you can't really fit into your.
No, this is a nice
little square, about like this big.
No,
and it's about that
really
big, and it's got slits in for coins to stand up in.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
It's really nice.
Gosh, this is new.
I have not seen those yet.
Right.
Yeah, I saw them for the first time this weekend at the Show Me Hunt.
Yep, I've got them. So.
No,
you got some typing in gold.
Yeah.
And Dennis puts in 23. What the hell, Dennis?
Mark may have left too early, and Dennis jumped the gun.
He wants 23 of them so he can give them to all his friends.
Well, he's got to hurry up. He's got to get to Wendy's.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna wring my neck the next time he sees me.
When you go up, we got to take a bag of Wendy's food to the camp.
No, if everybody doesn't know the story about the Wendy's, I might tell you.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Dennis.
No, he's not. There you go.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm going to sign off, let you guys give away. And you'll like that Fines box. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Good night, all. Thank you again for having me. And like I told you, anytime you need me.
Yeah, we'll zip it up. We got to keep plugging ourselves in our hunts and get people wound up and get them coming. And we're going to have some fun. Even if it is a 6-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be. But you can go another way. You can go straight up 39 to get north.
That's what I'm going to do.
Be a lot faster.
Yes, I am.
All right. Good night.
Good night, buddy.
Hey, thanks for dropping in with us, Alan.
Alan, have a good one. Well, that was fun. Well, you're gonna spin that wheel. I see a bunch of them says great show, gold, barks. There's a bunch of them.
I am. I had already.
I am. Okay.
I had already done that, but it didn't work out so hot because it picked up that I had put in the chat as well, and it pulled me. And I figured that's not going to work.
So you're going to run that again, or what are you going to do?
I did.
Oh, so you won twice?
No.
Oh, okay.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, boy.
I did run it again, and we do have a winner.
Oh.
As long as they're still hanging out in the chat.
Okay.
And they are. I do believe that they are anyway. So, I guess they're on a streak.
Uh-oh.
Because the winner is none other than, let's give Barb a big congratulations.
Oh, I don't want to send it to Kadoha, North Carolina, do I?
Well,
send me the right address, Barb, and I'll drop one in the mail for you.
That's the name that it drew.
Yep. Okay, Barb.
And it shows her profile picture right there big on the screen, too. I see it.
Just send me your Addy, and I'll drop one in the mail to you tomorrow, okay?
Or you can send him my address.
I messed up the name of the town.
I can always use a pair of digging gloves.
There you go.
But congratulations to Barb. She wins.
The mail to you, Barb. That's right. Congrats. And we'll do that again somewhere along the line here. Chuck's been busy the past couple weeks. It's been good, and we're having fun with it again. And
Yep.
the weather's trying to be nice.
Right.
But it only does it a few hours at a time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And nobody even knew about that. We didn't announce that or anything. We just did it.
Did it. We'll have to do that again.
Right.
Okay.
I'm trying to get my screen straightened out here. Ah, there we go.
There you go. There it is.
Okay. Boy, good show.
Yeah, it was fun. Learned a lot about the hunt.
Yeah. Learned a little bit about goldbacks.
Yep. A couple years ago, I bought, when goldbacks first come out, I bought the $1 ones. And it was at the I hunt, and I was raffling them. Nobody wanted them. They had no idea. I was trying to explain them to them. I said, these are cool.
Now I bet they all do.
They all want them. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So.
Just goes to show.
And I could buy them then at the dollar goldbacks and the $5 goldbacks. And you could buy them for like $1.99 on the dollar ones, and the fives were like $10.
A whole lot cheaper than you can now.
Right.
People should have got in on it then, because it may be a while before they see one now.
Right.
But I still say physical gold and silver is the way to go.
Barb doesn't even know what you want. I got a bag of pull tabs for you, Barb. I'm going to send them down to you.
That's right. You want a bag of pull tabs.
And a finds box. And a pair of gloves if you want them. The new little Garrett finds box are pretty neat. You might want to keep that one for yourself.
Yeah, I'll have to see them myself. Those sound intriguing.
So.
I don't believe I've seen those yet.
Yep, I just got them in. I only got a few of them. I put a bunch of them over at the shop, so I got a couple here.
Well, if Barb doesn't want to walk the plank, she'll make sure and post up a photo of those in the Beyond Sight and Sound group, showing that she won on the show.
Yep.
Because nobody knew there was going to be a giveaway. As a matter of I knew there was going to be a giveaway like 3 minutes before the show. That's how short notice it was.
Big little trinkets away. Everybody's happy.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody likes to win a little something.
Correct Kadoha address.
Yes.
Well, anyway, send it to me, Barb Messenger. That'd be fine. I'll drop it in an envelope and we'll put it in the mail, and it may get there a week from now. Who knows?
Right, because she is in Cullowhee, and they pipe daylight into her. She gets the news 3 days late. She's really in Boony land.
Yes, she is. So
I'm pretty sure they still use crank telephones up there. They might.
They might. You said you found an Indian head at the hunt Saturday. I don't know if that counts. It was left over from previous hunt. Oh, it counts. She found it. So, anyhow.
Well, it wasn't in her mailbox.
That's right. Thanks for having me on. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe. I hope you don't get any nasty weather. It's been crazy out there. So, take care.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a good night, Chuck.
You too. Bye-bye.
So, I guess that's that. Yep. Didn't even announce there was going to be a giveaway. That'll, I don't know. That'll teach a few people anyway, right? sometimes you never know. You just gotta hang in there until the end of the show because you just never know what's getting given away or when. I don't know. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. And that's all she wrote. So if you are in the paths of the storms, please, please, please be safe, stay dry. And they're probably going to hit us anytime now. So, we got to roll. We'll catch you on the next one. But if you enjoyed the show, make sure and throw us a like. You can follow us here on YouTube. You can follow us on your favorite podcast distribution services. And we'll get out of here. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.